Johnny the fuck Minerals, who I don't even view as a real human being.
It's guys like Minerals.
Let's have it right.
He's not on my radar. I don't care about him.
You got the Minerals to
one of them brown envelope mobs.
No Minerals.
Minerals. Big up Johnny. Let's have it right.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Minerals. Let's have it right.
Minerals FC.
Need proper winning Minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. I'm just a brown envelope, or I'm
Absolutely screwed. Let's have it right.
Brown envelopes.
You brown envelopes from the club.
You got the Minerals to fight for his place.
You are in the woods wronging. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out to say that. Cheers. This one's for you. Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
The Minerals.
Minerals FC.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
Johnny the fuck Minerals.
The Minerals.
In them, we know that they have the minerals with not.
There's minerals that you need.
It's guys like Minerals, and
You got the Minerals to
Let's have it right. Minerals. Johnny Minerals.
like Minerals is one of the very vociferous Chelsea fans.
Minerals FC mudded me. I couldn't give a shit about that guy.
Let's have it right.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Can everybody just stop getting shot? Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well, winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash the piece of that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right, so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. We've also got Eunice's channel in the title. And salute to all my Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to the no surrender mentality. And salute to Eunice. Salute to Guni. Welcome back on the Minerals FC. What a pucker show we got today. Let's have it right. How are we doing first and foremost, guys?
It's all coming out now. It's all coming out now. But first, I gotta say, you see that intro, quality, top quality intro. That had me laughing still. Yeah. But as always, yeah, before anybody says anything else, Minerals Army, you know we gotta salute you first, man. Big up every single one of you lot in the chat, full of minerals overload. You already know you're here to hear the truth and nothing but. And today, like Johnny said, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one because they are scared upstairs. They are scared. So make sure smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. You understand? It's very important you do so.
100%. Big up everyone in the chat. Good to see you again, Guni, bro. And yeah, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. That intro is goated, by the way. The way you've clipped that up and got it all done in order and then in reverse. Well played. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one because yeah, cat's out the bag. It looks like so. More to come. Don't worry, more to come.
Yeah, facts. So first and foremost, we're going to start off with Clear Lake out, BlueCo out, Bowley out, Igbali out, Feliciano out, Mark Waters out, Wise out. That's the only thing to say and the only narrative to have. And that should be coherent with every single channel and Twitter account that is Chelsea. In fact, I would go as far as other teams as well, because what we have at our football club and the issue we got now, it runs across the entire league of English football. But we'll start off with that. And as an intro, this is where we are. All the Ultras, you've all been aware of Vivid Seats ticketing. Since me and Eunice went on live together, we exposed it in detail. And no one paid attention to it until that moment. And when that video went out, it pretty much, you could say, went viral to the right people. And certain members of those viewers would be the Chelsea Supporters Trust, would be proper Chelsea supporters who had no idea that this was going on. And in the meantime, on the timeline, all you would see week after week, I can't get tickets. Since that's happened, we've had a backlash or a catapult from that, which led to West Ham supporters and Chelsea supporters uniting for our last game at home. And the banner was hashtag stop exploiting loyalty. After that, which wasn't a big turnout, people laughed. But the punch on that was a knockout heavyweight punch, because we had the Sun there, and the Sun interviewed Stevie, and Stevie landed the facts. We're getting skimmed as supporters. We're getting basically exploited. That went viral. Every newspaper, Times, Independent, Daily Mail, all the major platforms reported on it. But where was Fabrizio Romano? Where was Ornstein and The Athletic? Where was Nizar Kinsella? Where was Matt Law? Where was Ben Jacobs? Fabrizio Romano? Where were they? Because they didn't report a single thing. Where was all the blue tick accounts? They didn't report a single thing. They didn't copy and paste this one. The title, Bowley selling tickets on Vivid Seats, as a director, a board of director on that platform, online platform, for over £17,000 a ticket. Stripping members, stripping season ticket holders from getting aways, and stripping members from getting tickets at the bridge.
So just going to the.
No one reported it. And today, we've had the Chelsea Supporters Trust address it officially.
Yep.
And now, all of a sudden, everyone's getting in on it, because you have to. You got to do it. There's no choice. You have to report. You have to recycle it. But you didn't do it before, so thank you very much for letting us know that you're owned. You didn't want to get the backlash. But we're going to address something here on this show, because the catalyst was us, and everyone knows it. If it wasn't for myself and Eunice, no one would even speak about it. There wouldn't be a protest. There wouldn't have been nothing.
It wouldn't have started, yeah.
It wouldn't have started. So that's why we're elite. That's why we do everything we can in our power to expose the fraudulent owners that we've got at our football club, which money is their only priority. But Eunice is going to enlighten everyone with certain narratives that are flying about since this has all come out. Before we mention what the Chelsea Sports Trust say, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it was only yesterday The Athletic actually spoke about it in depth. And out of all the names that you mentioned, they're still the only ones to have actually gone into depth. And that was, even then, that was because it had to be said. After the Telegraph reported on it, the Mail reported on it, the Times reported on it. 3 journalists that wrote the articles for those 3 outlets, who we don't really know of anyway. They're not Chelsea voices. They're just sports correspondents, really. That's it. Writers. And that was put out. Then, because of that, it started doing the rounds. We started to see, The Athletic last night went into some detail on it. And today, the Chelsea Supporters Trust have come out with, firstly, an email to all their members. I got an email. You lot definitely got an email. Everyone in the chat, check your inbox. Yeah. And then after that, the CST published a statement about Vivid Seats and all of that that's going on. Now, what I'm seeing, and I think some of you lot in the chat have definitely seen it without a doubt, some are starting to spin a narrative that the timing is coincidental, even though there wouldn't have been any timing if we hadn't done a stream on it last week. So I don't know what timing these lot are on about, because that was, as you said, the catalyst. That is what helped the Stop Exploiting Loyalty protest to come to Stamford Bridge with the West Ham lot. And that's what allowed the Sun to interview Stevie and then get things out in the open. But there's a narrative that some people are saying the timing is quite coincidental, isn't it? And it seems like this could be a ploy to come down on Chelsea once again. They're going down the campaign against Chelsea route, which we know well and really well, and starting to say, this could be something possibly coming from Clear Lake to put it all on Todd Bowley. So it's Todd Bowley's fault. So those same people are now trying to make it seem like Todd Bowley is the good guy in all of this. I want to make this clear because there's still some people that are somehow missing the point, right? Vivid Seats and what we're seeing. Yes, it applies to all clubs with the seats that are available on their website. The tickets are available on their website. Applies to all events, sporting events, concerts, all of that, right? It's not Chelsea exclusive. It's not. We know this. We said this. We said this last week. But there's no other club that has its owner or co-owner on their board of directors. Now, I said this yesterday in my video, right? The Premier League have publicly already come out and spoken, not recently, before, about websites like Vivid Seats. They're basically blacklisted according to the Premier League. So question one, how is it that Chelsea were allowed to form a partnership in pre-season with Vivid Seats and the Premier League didn't bat an eye? And number two, if that is the case, how is it that when Todd Bowley joined the board of directors at Vivid Seats in 2021, 4 months later, him and BlueCo took over Chelsea, how come the Premier League didn't pick it up in the owners and directors test? That's my question. Again, that's question number two. If they're against it, you would have vetted them, you would have picked it up. When the Saudis took over Newcastle, we remember that vetting process. The vetting process was crazy. And even then, there's still some people now that go, the Premier League let it through. Because it's the Saudis, right? How come the Premier League let through this when they done the owners and directors test then? Or did they not pick it up? Are they not doing their jobs? It's one way or another. So
they want a slice. That's what they want. They want the slice.
This is the thing. And then you get Myers has put exactly that. I saw what happened on TalkSport. I didn't hear it, but I read all the quotes that was coming out of there. Simon Jordan making it seem like that's not an issue. People just complaining for nothing. It's like I said, for all the other clubs, yeah, you can say that perhaps. But for us, again, we got one of our co-owners who's a director, who's encouraging this. We're meant to be against touting. We're meant to be one of the front runners of trying to encourage to stop touting. But we've got a co-owner that is happy to start reselling tickets at extortionate fees to the point where, and you saw the Chelsea-West Ham game, right? And again, I said this on All You Can Eat Chelsea earlier. You saw the West Ham end. This was an away end, right?
Yeah.
There was a school trip in that away end. Now, again, nothing against those kids, right? Those kids are those kids. They've watched football. I hope they had a good day out. But it's the point. Those are away tickets that should be exclusive for season ticket holders and members with high loyalty points. The amount of loyalty points you need to go to a what is a top end Premier League game. As a West Ham fan, to go to Chelsea, you got to be creme de la creme. You got to have a stock amount of points, surely. If the West Ham lot run it the same way we do. Simon Jordan's going, it's no problem. You lot to complain about nothing. Okay, yeah. I wonder if you would have allowed that at your football club. Oh, sorry, you don't have one anymore. What a shame.
Yeah, like 1-1. Or the future's bright, the future's orange like he looks.
The future's orange.
Yeah.
Mate, it's insane. This isn't, and this route that people are taking now of Todd Bowley is the good guy in this. This could be a ploy. Listen, we've said it. We're going to continue to say it the same way.
Yes, sir.
Clear Lake, Bowley, Wiss. But let's sum it all up with their official company name, shall we? Clear Lake, Eldridge, and Guggenheim Partners, right? They all came in to form BlueCo. They came in as a consortium. They can all leave as a consortium. Simple as that. They've all done their mistakes. They've all done their errors. They're all continuing to do their own things. That's at the expense of our football club. They can all leave as one.
So on that note, Eunice, just to add before Guni lands it, if Bowley is taking the right from all supporters to take tickets before they've gone on sale with Chelsea Football Club to go on Vivid Seats, to then generate money for Chelsea Football Club, is everyone naive and stupid to believe that Iqbali, Clear Lake and the whole consortium do not have to sign that off or are not aware of this?
At the bare minimum, they're aware of it. At the bare minimum, because Todd Bowley is on the board of directors, and he done that before BlueCo walked into Chelsea, right? So if Clearlake don't have anything to do with that specifically, fair enough. But at the bare minimum, they're aware. They know. Everyone. This is public information. It's out there. You can go look it for yourself.
Yeah.
So
but they are aware of it, Eunice. Is my point.
They are aware.
This is to do with Chelsea Football Club. So they got the 62% share. They're fully aware.
Of course.
This is all of them. As Eunice said, and as always said, forget managers, forget players, forget directors. It's upstairs. They're the problem. All of them. And they play off each other. They love to play off each other. And they're going to try and create this whole civil war narrative. Nah, mate. Nah. And do you know what's worse? The Absolute Chelsea tweet put out that it was announced that Vivid Seats would sponsor with us, isn't it? With Chelsea. It's sponsored with us.
For pre-season, yeah. They were the official partner. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knew that? Who would even look into that anyway?
At the time, who would have?
Exactly.
As I said, the information was public. But for us, for example, we were only made aware of it last week. And then we done a stream on it. It's as simple as that. But the Premier League and everyone that should know about it definitely knew about it. And they all let it slide.
So the Premier League's got a hand in this as well, Eunice. You found that.
At the bare minimum, they've just allowed it. And they've just gone, yeah, no problem. The problem here as well, look, Todd Bowley, it's not like he's a non-executive. Someone can have a stake or share in something and they can be a non-executive. Like, I've got my investment there, but that's it. I'm not involved, right? It's not even that. He is the current chairman of Chelsea Football Club. He's the chairman.
He's chairman and owner. Chairman and owner.
He has a role at the club, the highest role. He's the chairman. And he's also board of directors for Vivid Seats. Do you know what I mean? People are going to say this website, it's not Todd Bowley. It's people that put their tickets on that website. Yeah, I know. But he's meant to be against touting. He's encouraging it. As a chairman.
Is it? Yeah, he's complicit.
People don't get that.
Can I read this? Can I read this to you lot? This is very important. All right? I'm going to read you this. And I want to get it. I should have had it prepared, to be fair. But obviously, you know how we move. Here it is. Right. Chelsea's website stated last year, supporters found to be selling their ticket for more than face value will be subject to club investigation and sanctions, including the removal of season tickets, memberships, and access to the away match ticket scheme. That's via the Telegraph Football. And that's Chelsea's official website. So explain to us. You've taken over touting market now? So we've got BlueCo touting?
Basically, the reason why they put out that statement was to just monopolize the market for themselves. So nobody else could do it, but we could do it. Again,
own the black market.
Another business move right there and then. Every little thing that they do is calculated. And people in the chat, how long ago was that article written, Johnny?
What, the one I just read out? Or
yeah,
the one it was last year. So
last year.
Yeah.
Now,
I think it was the start of the season.
Now look, my point is people. Look at how meticulous they plan things. This is no act. This is planned. And the thing is what these people do as well is they'll put out little things like this just so you're aware, like there's something, but quickly they'll take it off the media. And then it is only until people like, I'm not taking no credit for this, big up the two lads, obviously Johnny and Eunice, when something blows up and everything goes to shit, that's when they all start scattering like little bugs. They start to panic at the moment. That's why now you're starting to see damage control. And people, it's another thing I'm going to say. Look out for your favorite Twitter accounts. Look out for your favorite social media accounts, because this particular topic affects you. Yeah, whether you go to games or not, it still affects you, because one day you might have the opportunity to go to a game. So therefore, you're being cheated out as well. So the reason why I say this is if you have a voice and you claim to be a Chelsea supporter and you have a voice and you're not speaking up against this, yeah, for me, I'm going to be very suspicious of you. I'm going to look at you as if you're controlled opposition. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make no sense. This is not directly affecting the players, millionaires, and so on and so forth. It's affecting you guys, everyday working guys who bust your ass to work and get them tickets and go there as an escapism. They are turning this into something that we do not recognize. In fact, they have already. They are turning this club to not for the fans no more. Look at how they're treating the home fans, the life and blood of this club. They want them gone. They want them out. Any kind of loyalty, any kind of love for Chelsea to them is not profitable. It does not help. They are not here for sentiment. They are here for pure business. But what they never accounted for, what these American owners never accounted for, is to have fans like the way we have and to have voices the way we have. Because you thought because we were the little guy and we were the minority, we were going to stay quiet. You are wrong. We are here. We are going to fight against it until we do whatever it takes to get you out or to get you in line and to get Chelsea to where it needs to be. You cannot continue to fool us no more. We're not going to have it. We're not going to have it. And the more you try and cheat us, the more we are going to do so much to try and get all that information out there so the fans see you for what you really are. And hopefully, maybe we can force you out of the club. And if it's not us that's going to force you out of the club, hopefully something that you did wrong will get the Premier League, the FA, or someone to remove that club for you forcibly, like we saw they did to Roman unjustly. This is where we're at with you. I don't know who's watching it. Maybe they're not watching it. Maybe they are. I don't give a shit. Talk sport or whatever. Let them know. You lot might bend the knee because you're getting some of this. Yeah, but you cannot pay us. You cannot. You cannot. We will always be here. We will always be an issue for you. As long as you're running the club the way you are running this club, we will always be an issue for you. And I hope you understand that.
Facts.
Yeah.
No surrender, bruv.
None.
None whatsoever.
That was well said.
This is it.
It's pissing me off now, honestly. It's getting on my nerves.
Clear as day. It's clear as crystal, man. This is why, like, it's so far in now. They didn't come into the club yesterday. And I find it baffling where there's some people that can't see it. I'm like, oh, bloody hell, you're blind then. It's as simple as that. One thing I want to add about this whole ticketing thing was just, it sums it up, right? And everyone will know this because I'm sure everyone that goes to games would have seen it. But if someone wants to resell their ticket, Chelsea have an exchange, don't they? It's on there.
Yeah.
You can put your ticket up, stick it onto the exchange, and then it will go out to any member that hasn't got a ticket. They go onto the website, they'll find the tickets available, then they'll have first dibs. Chelsea have that infrastructure within the website. It's within
Every
the club.
club does.
Every club has.
Even Man United, when the season ticket sells their club ticket back to the club, even they are skimming the supporters now. They're selling it for 66 quid, no matter whether you're a child, junior, or adult, right?
Wow.
When the ticket costs £42, which is why the 1958 and Manchester United supporters are protesting against that. But I want everyone to understand, on Vivid Seats, you can buy tickets for Manchester United games, for Liverpool games. I mean, you can. They're all on there. They're here to monopolise the market. They found a niche in the market, and they're there to monopolise. All right, and actually make you pay astronomical fees for it as well. While the game's dead at the moment, the atmosphere's dead, bruv.
And let me add to that, Johnny, on the overall scale, that including the other clubs too. There's something that you have been saying on the streams that is so critical, and it's the number of American owners in the Premier League. Now, you see, if they had that monopoly right now, I'm telling you, there's nothing not one of us could do anything about it.
No.
Because once they monopolize that Premier League and they own most of the clubs that are in that league,
done.
You already know.
They're 4 away right now. If 2 get promoted, Leeds and another club, that's 12. They're 2 clubs away. The government will probably help them do it. They're getting their little brown envelopes as well.
It becomes
where it gets serious is, all right, and where if you honestly believe Vivid Seats are going to sell tickets from other clubs for other clubs, that those other club owners are not going to get a piece of the pie. They're getting a piece of the pie, and they're going to be American owners. You name it, bruv. Glazers are there.
Johnny, it's a consortium within a consortium at that point.
But who is here? Who's been put in place in the Premier League to spearhead and beachhead this whole operation? These lot we got.
Yep. They're the ambassadors of all of this.
They don't own. We spoke about Eunice. We're going to go in more detail, but
Yeah.
a lot of the other club owners, majority of their assets are with the club.
Yeah.
Not our lot.
Our lot's not.
No. They can let it sink. It don't bother them.
On a surface level, on
Yeah.
a surface level.
Go on.
Because there's going to be more detail that comes. Just
Yeah.
be patient. It's on its way, right?
Yeah.
But on a surface level, when the Glazers own United, for example, the Kroenkes own Arsenal, or even FSG to an extent, right? It's them that are owning that football club, as in person. With our lot, mate, we're run by institutions. It's a whole different ballgame.
And these institutions, the reason why they got in is because they have forecasted the Premier League's revenue in the next 10 years to be astronomical. That's the only reason.
What did Ekbali say on his that conference? He said they want to translate the money generated from NFL, which is tenfold of what the Premier League is, and apply it to the Premier League, because it's all about generating money, washing money, bruv. That's what it's all about. It's not about the game of football.
It's not about that. It hasn't never been for them ever.
So this is what I'm trying to say is this is not just about saving Chelsea. This is on a larger scale of saving football as a whole, because it's not just going to stop in the Premier League. They're going to go Europe.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
This is why we're saying, Johnny, it's a This consortium is just a small part of their overall big consortium. And that overall bigger consortium, people, like I said again, is when all them American owners start to come together and form a conglomerate. And then now they're going to monopolize how the Premier League is run. And you see, when you've got that kind of power, they can now turn around to the FA, especially if they unify their decisions and they unify everything that they say. They can fight against the Premier League. And to be honest with you, they may not have
structure.
Yeah, exactly. They might not have much.
No relegation, all this bollocks, Super League.
Yeah,
play in different continents. You know,
yeah.
Make supporters pay more money.
Champions League. You listen to how stupid this is. UEFA European Champions League finals in the States.
Yeah.
Premier League games in the States.
Yeah.
It's the All Stars in the Premier League. Yeah. Fuck off, Bowley, with your pyramid. Yeah. Fuck off, Ed Barley, with your beachhead streamline, monetized content. And fuck off, Feliciano, saying it's more important to build business value than win or lose on the field. Why don't you fuck off? How about that? Because you think we're just going to sit here, right? The more I hear this shit, I get more and more rattled. I get more and more pissed off with the amount of Chelsea so-called supporters and these blue ticks and these platforms that don't say it for what it is. It winds me up even more when you've all got a voice and platform. The majority of these Twitter accounts, the majority of these actual match-going diehard supporters don't have a voice. If they write it on Twitter, no one's going to listen. No one's going to interact.
Yeah.
So they think, oh, what's the point? I can't do anything. No, this is a collective thing. Now the Chelsea Supporters Trust has got to grow some bollocks, land the minerals, and say, fuck you, Bowley and Vivid Seats. We're not accepting it. It's illegal. It's against our membership scheme. It's against our customers, and it's exploiting our loyalty. All right? End of story. I don't want to hear the press say, Bowley, we need an apology. Fuck your apologies. Eminem, no apologies, bro. No apologies. Means fuck all. Words, we've heard it all. PR, oh, we're going to go in the market. We're going to go and look for a striker and a winger. Fuck off. We've heard it for 6 transfer windows. I'm not interested. The brand envelopes are run out. But let's have it right. It's time now for everyone to unite and get these cancer of football out of football. Cut the cancer of football out. It is a cancer.
100%.
And if you allow this cancer, which we just discovered, going to A&E because we slipped and fell and broke our legs, yeah? Because we were so far in the mud. We had a scan, didn't we, Eunice? And we found Vivid Seats. And then it rolls on.
It rolls on.
It's a snowball.
There's more.
There's plenty more to dig up, and we're going to dig it, bruv. Yeah? Because journalists don't do their job. They're frauds. They're bought. They're owned.
They're scared.
They're scared.
Yep.
The owners are scared. They're scared of one thing, a protest. a big protest, not some wishy-washy protest, a big protest, a demonstration, no rioting, no breaking in, none of that vandalism, not like that. Raw vocal, bruv, because you've been zipping up everyone that has a voice for too long to allow you to implement this fraudulent moneyball model that is destroying our football club, has destroyed it already, past tense, and is destroying football as a whole. And it's like an octopus, and it's a cancer, bro. And before the cancer grows, you can cut it out, can't you? Yeah. So let's stop it from growing. And let's all unite, all platforms, all blue ticks, different clubs. Let's unite. And I'm happy to go at the Snake's Head in Bowley and Clear Lake, because I want them out of this football club. They got Saudi money. Go and give me a Saudi royalty prince, bruv.
100%.
King. Go and give us someone that actually wants to win. Look at like the Man City owners. Give us someone like that actually cares about the game.
Bring back
the Premier League, fuck the FA, fuck the UK government, fuck the brown envelopes, fuck the media, and fuck these owners. It's as simple as that.
Simple. Bring back Roman as well. Obviously,
united we stand, divided we fall.
Obviously, that's a political discussion with Roman and all that. But listen, yeah, bring him back. Snatched his baby away from him like that, man. Nah, bring him back.
And it stemmed from Mikel. Remember when Mikel said Roman's not happy? Roman's not happy.
Yeah.
Close sources to Roman said to Mikel, he's not happy.
Of course he is. But look at what Roman did for the club. How much of his life that he dedicated to Chelsea, not even caring about making a penny from the club. His heart must be broken right now watching this happen. And on top of that, it was wrestled off him. And then on top of that, hold on, Johnny. And then on top of that, right? Before they bought the club, they barefaced lied to us. What did they say to us? We are going to buy the elite young talent in Europe, and we are going to build a successful team. Todd Bowley in an interview said, the most important factor of any football club is a fan, and we are going to work closely with the fans so they do not feel disillusioned after this takeover. That's exactly what he said. And guess what they've done? The completely opposite. You sold our gems, right? You sold our top players, making us think you was going to reinvest it into improvements. But what you did is that you put that money into that youth project. And now as a result, we are suffering on the pitch. We're soon to be suffering financially as well. And it is completely on your head. Everything you said, this is why I hold you so accountable. Every single one of you. Everything that you said before you bought the club was right. It was everything was correct in terms of how you was going to do the approach. But now we know, right? The 2.5 billion or whatever the Chelsea was valued was way undervalued, and you knew you was going to say anything to get such an undervalued asset under your belt.
Feliciano said it.
No, because they know, regardless of how we run the club or whatever happens, when it's time to sell, we are guaranteed to make profit. That's why they said what they said.
And you go, ooh, I make a move, bring him in, bring him out, bring him in, bring him out. Right? That's what's going on in the first team. But the one thing that backs what you're saying about how everything is calculative and tactful and premeditated is, if you all remember when they first took over, all right, not only did they broadcast and tell everyone what they were going to do, all right, after they got the club, then they started doing their little conferences. Go and do your research, go and listen to what they say, these wrong'uns, yeah? But what was the first thing they did, all right? And it was calculative. I was exposing it, but it actually makes sense. Even more so now. They didn't want a sporting director. They played sporting director because they needed to spend that 1.5 billion as quickly as possible. Because once they spend that 1 billion mark, they can go and take all the real estate. They can actually extract assets from the club. Without spending that money, they can't do it. Which is why we went and spent in less than fucking 2 transfer windows, 635 million. And then the next one, it went up and up and up. And before you know it, PSR blame Roman on PSR when Roman left us 1.5 billion debt free.
That's why they snitched.
And that's why they snitched on Roman. But there was nothing to snitch. There's nothing to snitch because they own the press.
But this is where they still won, right? Because what they wanted was the public perception of Roman. So they can look like the white knight on the horse coming in to save the day.
And who backs it?
That story.
Who backs that narrative? The UK government.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're complicit. This is the best owner any football club has ever had in Europe.
In the world.
In the world, ever. And other fans will tell you the same thing. This is not just coming from Chelsea fans. I've heard Arsenal fans say it. I've heard
envious. They were envious of us.
You had the best owner in football that started this whole, like, the levels. Listen, the levels have always been, but when Roman came and he set the level for what a top club should look like, because it was only Real Madrid that was doing it consistently. He was the one that came to the Premier League and said, "Nah, you see that Real Madrid thing over there? Yeah, this league has got too much potential. We can do it here. And I'm going to build something elite, and I'm going to show the rest of them that it can be done." Never forget what Roman not just done for Chelsea, what he done for England too.
And Roman was the reason PSR was introduced.
Yeah, because they couldn't take it anymore. They couldn't hack it, because this is the thing. The man loved the club so much. He was like, "How much for this guy? All right, cool. I'm going to pay it anyway. What is world-class, top quality? Bring him to the club, man." That's what he was. What we're finishing second, we're finishing third. What do we need to do to go and win the league? First of all, manager, you need to get out of here. Yeah, who's the top striker? Go and get him. Who's the top midfielder? Go and get him. If you were not top 5 in your position in the world at one point for Roman Abramovich, you can't even knock on Chelsea's door.
Exactly.
You can't talk to Chelsea. Come on, man.
Yep.
And they expect us, Eunice, they expect us to forget this, bruv. We're never going to forget this. This is in our blood. This is our legacy. This is in our blood. We'll never forget success, and we're always gonna want success.
And what's the one thing football is? It's escapism. It's a love. It's a joy. It's meant to be a joy. This is run to depress everyone.
Lads, do they forget? You see this whole Premier League that we're seeing, this billion-dollar industry. Who really built it? It was us. Working class people. We built football. We put the meaning into football. We put the meaning into fan support. We made this billion-dollar industry what it is, because without our money, they would be nothing.
Without us at all. Like I always said it before you landed, Eunice. I've always said it. We are the landlords, not these lot. These lot are tenants.
They're custodians.
And we need to cut their tenancy, bruv. You understand me? It's time to go. It's time to go. Let's have it right.
Yep.
What are you going to say, Eunice?
No, I was going to mention about Roman, because just as when he came in, not only with the players that we were going after and everything that was being done with the football team itself, but look at what he done with Cobham, for example. Just building that entire training complex in the way that it was done. First priorities. Walked into the club, not too long after, boom, here's a new training ground. Gone. Straight out of his pocket. You know what I mean? Just to get state-of-the-art top infrastructure for the team to make sure that everything is at the highest level, at the highest standard.
Roman built the best youth academy you've ever seen in Europe at the time.
And then, of course,
creme de la creme. When nobody gave a shit about flipping youth players and that. Roman said, "Well, hang on a second.
Arsenal were the only ones. If you remember, Arsenal were I remember, like, our age group growing up, you always heard if you were playing football, you wanted to try and get trials or try and make it. You always thought Arsenal was like the grid of youth football.
Southampton,
flipping out. That's gone. And we're not gone. It's obviously Arsenal they're still top academy, but Chelsea came into the picture and just took the scene over, man. Took it
to a point where these clubs base their models on ours.
There we are. And
City looked at us. City looked at us.
Yeah. Everything was in place. And,
so
people talk about being financially unsustainable and all of that in his later years. Roman was the sort of person that would go, okay, look, there's a hole here within the club, no problem. I'll fill it. There you are, it's done. He'll take it out of his own pocket and go, the hole is sealed. Now, what's next? We didn't need to worry.
Profit didn't matter to Roman.
Profit didn't matter to him.
Roman. That's all winning. That's all it was. You know how it went with him. You lost the game and you was manager. You look on your phone. The only thing he's sending you is a question mark.
Yep.
You know what
And-
it meant.
And even in terms of making profit, even towards the later years, if you remember, we ended up in profit, didn't we?
Yeah.
We ended up in profit. That was starting to happen.
Yeah.
And courtesy of all the loan, you remember the loan army, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first team was uninterrupted. And if there was anyone that was good enough from that loan army that would break their way through, they'll break their way through. But that first team, no one was interrupting with it. The levels were the levels. That's how it normally works. Not anymore.
Just deep it for a second, right? What do clubs strive to do when they're when they've got ownership? To be debt free.
Yeah.
They strive it. That's the golden ticket.
Yeah.
This ownership were gifted a debt free club.
Yeah.
And look what they've done. Does that tell you they've got intent at our football club? Just deep that for a second.
No, they were given. Roman gave them immunity to turn Chelsea into a powerhouse, even bigger than what we've ever been.
Yep.
And it's like you said, they decimated that because the interest was the profit. Like you said, first spend the 1 billion, 2.5 billion that Roman left. Now we're going to give the fans an excuse. Oh, well, we're going to have to sell this hotel. We're going to have to sell this and we're going to have to sell that if you want the players that you want to get. And then when it comes to signing the players that we expect to get, we're just offered crumbs, mate. We're offered just nonsense. Simple as.
Brick by brick, I swear, honestly, brick by brick, we're fucking taking these clowns down. I'm taking you all down. All of you. All of you bought wrong-uns. Everyone's getting taken down.
And guess what?
It's a fucking disgrace.
And guess
It's
what?
an absolute disgrace.
Johnny, you're in London. Eunice, you're in Dubai. I'm here in New York. 3 continents.
It's not bad, is it?
You understand? 3 continents. You thought it was only going to be bad in England. You've got another 2 continents. And guess where I am? Yeah, I am where your offices are located. If it ain't in New York and it's in California, and it's a $200 flight over there. You get me? And back. And I've got people them over there as well. So I can be there for as long as it needs to. Yeah, if we're going to take it there as a collective and as a whole Chelsea fan base, we grow some balls and we decide to protest. The protest ain't just happening at Stamford Bridge, you know. It's going to happen outside your corporate offices too. So all of your friends on Wall Street and all these people that you are striving for their approval, trying to keep your face and all that, we'll make sure that they see it. We will make sure that anytime your name comes up in a meeting, they turn around and say, oh, no, we don't want to affiliate with them. Have you seen what's going on with the fans at Chelsea? They want their head. That's every time people see you, that's what they're going to think.
Just like,
and I'm willing to do it.
Just like Strike One, the Clown Lake stickers, yeah, where we depict you as clowns, which is what you fucking well are, yeah. So I hope all your little data analysts are watching, yeah. Watch good, listen good, because you'll be running scared as you are now. The PR ain't gonna do shit. You've told them all to be quiet. Now CST's come out. You ain't gonna do shit, bruv. Yeah, we got you where we want you. You are clowns. And I know every billionaire don't want to look like a clown. No one wants to be humiliated as a clown. You understand me? That's strike one. Strike two is exposing you corruptly selling tickets as a tout, being our owner, chairman earning 20 million a year, and being a director on Vivid Seats. That's strike two. Strike three, we will take you down. We will give the biggest protest you'll ever dream of worldwide. We'll go worldwide. Fuck it. Not just here, as Guni stated. Everywhere. And what are you going to do then? Going to run to your little journalists, are you? No, mate. They're going to be reporting it. It's going to be global. And all your investors are going to start pissing their panties because they're going to go, oh, yeah, I don't want that heat. I don't want to be associated with clowns. Yeah? They all know what you're doing. This is what makes me sick, is that all these investors know what's going on.
Of course.
Right? They know what's going on. They're happy sitting there silently with all their money in the bank, earning interest. Yeah? Just go on the stock market, you fucking melts. How much money do you want? Let me ask that question, you greedy vampires. How much money do you want?
How
do you
much
think
do they
you own
control
the world? Do you think you're going to ever own the world? Do you think you're God? What is it? What is it? Well, you got to go and take from people their love for something. It's got that deep where you got to take their love. Yeah? You want their souls. You want their love. Yeah? It ain't happening. Like, this is how deep it is now. You're fucking with people.
These
And
lot
it's
don't
got
have
to
a limit.
stop.
And
These
this is
lot
the
don't
thing
have a
with
limit.
Eunice,
They don't have a limit.
Eunice, a lot of billionaires don't understand that not everything is for sale.
Of course.
Because they've bought fair enough to them, they're successful, whatever. They've bought everything. But with this, you cannot throw money at this and make this go away. It won't. Because this is a generational thing we're talking about here.
This is the thing. And talking about these journalists and all of that.
Fucking melts, yeah? Clowns, bruv. Clowns. The biggest fucking clowns, bruv. Yeah? Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I'm telling you straight up, all you owners, yeah? You think you've got all the money in the world. Money can't buy you what I've got. I'll tell you that now. Can't buy you minerals, bruv. Can't buy it. Yeah?
Mate, and fans as a whole need to understand what's going on. The ones that are still doubting or they can't see it or they think everything's okay or whatnot, mate, they are now telling you to your faces what's going on. Simon Johnson today is telling everyone to their faces what's going on. People still don't want to listen.
Oh, yeah. And
He's come out today, just as an example, today he's come out and gone that the Chelsea summer transfer kitty, right? If we qualify for the Champions League, it'll get larger. But they'll continue to use their business model, though, of selling to generate huge amount of funds. They are telling you the business model. They are telling you what they're going to keep doing. So again, we ask the question, do you believe it's going to change? They're telling you it won't.
It's not going to change.
They're telling you
Alex Goldfish told you. He said, if you don't like the fact that they're buying children and young players, then go and watch NFL to then switch on these because he got called out by me and exposed. Yeah? Goldfish, you're the biggest fucking sellout, a little ringleader. You're a disgrace to Chelsea. There's nothing you can say or do right now to hide the fact that you've been bought all this time. Fuck all. Yeah? Your bloodline now. So you're on their side. Stay on their fucking side. Own it. Say, stay on their side. And everyone that's associated with you, you stay on his side. You ain't Chelsea. You brought us here. And Finkelstein, shut your gob. 50-year supporter of Chelsea. Who the fuck are you? You're a board member. You're in it with them. You're not Chelsea. I'll name and shame you all. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's gone beyond that. It's too late to cry over spilt milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, a line has to be drawn. The line in the sand has been drawn already. Some of you, we don't want you on our side. Some of you, there's still time. But the thing is if you're going to come on this side, there ain't no half saying things. Ain't no hiding and being afraid of stuff. Ain't no worrying about, well, what about my opportunities to go to Cobham and interview this player? Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
That'll be in the bin.
Yeah.
But that'll be in the bin for now.
For now, exactly.
For now. This is where people, I honestly, there's a lot of people that are scared, right? Or they don't want to because out of that fear of losing what they have. Life works and I believe God works in mysterious ways, right? There are things that you do that will have a consequence of what comes later down the line, and you will start asking, where the hell did that come from?
Yes.
And when it happens, you'll think about it and you'll put pieces together and it will make sense. For now, people might get their perks taken away if they have any, right? Now, personally, I couldn't give a crap about them. Yeah, about those sort of perks, or you get this little thing or this sort of access. I don't need access. I don't care about access. I don't really, it doesn't make or break me. For some, it's basically their livelihood, right? And they put themselves in that situation. But if you have enough guts to be able to put that to one side and know that's not priority, when this club gets back to where it needs to get to, under proper owners and under real people, right? And then they start offering you the same sort of perks, at least you know that there's people with good intentions that are giving it to you on a play. And then you can take those, no problem.
Yes.
Much like how it would have been under Roman.
Facts.
No problem. But
But
that's where you need to think ultra long term. I'm happy to sacrifice anything that's going to
The
be
short
coming
term,
on
the long term, yeah.
I don't need it to
I
survive.
said, yeah, if it came to the point, right, where they turn around and said to me, shut all your shit down, we'll bring you back Roman, I'd do it like that in a heartbeat, right?
Heartbeat.
Absolute heartbeat, because this is nothing. The joy for me to be able to go and be with, have Roman and run our club how it should be run, like, I'd give up anything for that right now, right? This is the thing. I said it to Alex, yeah? Chelsea Fan TV. I said it loud and clear to him, all right, to his face, yeah? It's not about a pound note. You're not a sellout. You're not bought. Cool. Do what's right and say it for what it is with your platform. Oh, but I'll lose my season ticket. So
fuck what?
There you
I'll
are.
be fucking banned
There
anyway.
you are.
What does it
There
matter?
you are.
They got you at all angles where they know you don't want to give something up. Even if
There
you're
you
not
are.
being paid by them, you have to give something up. Well, let's have it right. Like you cut cancer off, you got to cut that off as well.
100%.
And when you do cut it off, trust me, the rewards when they're out of the football club and you're going to be loving life under Chelsea again because that's what you love, it's going to be priceless.
There we are. This is the thing. Your love for your football club is worth a season ticket. Is that it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you hold everything at ransom. I want to keep a season ticket.
You see, Eunice, you see me, yeah?
Well, not just that. Any sort of thing like that. It's insane.
Lads,
It's
you see,
insane.
for me with Chelsea Football Club, you lot have seen a Dark Knight in it with Heath Ledger. Remember when he's got that pile of money with the mobsters and he just burnt his half?
Yeah.
That's me. That's you, Johnny. That's you, Eunice.
Yeah.
You can't negotiate with someone like that.
Some people just want would be happy for everything to burn to make a point. I'd rather these clowns burn and burn to shit to make that point, because nothing is of any value when they're here. Nothing.
That's what the three of
No
us are.
player, no Chelsea kit, no merchandise, no fucking tickets. Nothing's got any value because they don't value it themselves.
Mm-hmm. And it's got to a point where you see, even if they did sign Gyökeres now or whatever, I don't care. I don't care, because my trust for you and to know that you're going to build on that and do the right thing is at complete zero. To me, if you sign a player like that, it's purely to pacify the fans. The weak-minded, easy fans that are going to say, well, what are you complaining about? We just signed Gyökeres. Nah, you're not going to buy me like that either. It's not going to work. They need to go. They have to go. It's as clear as day. And notice for the first time, I've not even mentioned the sporting directors. Fuck them.
No. They're irrelevant. They're irrelevant.
Yeah.
The man upstairs, you have to go. You got to go.
Yeah.
Once the glass is shattered, it's shattered. You try and put everything, you try and piece it all back together, impossible. It's not happening.
Remember, we spoke, Guni. You mentioned the layer cake. You have to get through all the layers to get to the top. Nah, fuck all that. Let's get that nice knife, from Gordon Ramsay. All right, not for rotten scallops. Have it right. Yeah. We slice and dice through that. Yeah, and what do you know? You get to the top straight away.
That's it. That's not a knife. This is a knife. You know what I mean?
Everyone, stop all this nonsense about directors. Yeah, the goldfishes and all these fucking accounts. All right, stop all this. Oh, it's Bowley, it's Igbali. Stop all that. You're paid to say that, if anything. Yeah, because a blind man can see. It's all of them together, and we'll go for them at the top. I promise you, everyone that supports this channel, all my ultras, all the Chelsea, I promise you, we will get these clowns out. What I have got prepared in the background, you ain't gonna fucking believe it, yeah? I'll tell you this now, all right? It ain't gonna stop. Well, I'm not letting go. Win, lose, or draw, it don't matter to me. Win a Conference League, get top 4, it don't matter.
Beyond that.
I'm not blindsided, bruv. I know what the intent is at this football club by these clowns. And I'm telling you now, we're going to get them out, so strap up.
Yep. Fully with it.
Yeah.
Fully with it. And everyone that's following this channel as well, we know that you're here for the cause, man. Which is why every single time I come on this stream, I emphasize and I will always show you guys respect. Minerals Army will always get the respect because you guys were the first feet on the ground along with Johnny. And you've seen it from the beginning. And we'll never, ever, ever forget that either. We'll always let you know that you are a big, big part of this too. Yeah, so big up every single... Definitely. I mean that shit. I don't just say it. I mean that with all the respect.
And I wanna add to that because there's the good thing about here. I honestly believe there's no school like the old school, right?
Yeah.
And I think we've been fortunate enough to, live, born, bred in London and understand, some of the Chelsea old school and all that. And I can blatantly see there's a lot of you old school that are in the chat. And it's without a doubt, we've seen tons and tons of examples. These people will literally sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed for the club. He will actually do it. Some people will emphasize, make it look like they might. Nah, but there are a lot of them, these lot, they actually would. And we've met and seen these people in living color. And I know there's a lot of you that are in here. So yeah, respect to all of you, and long may this continue.
Facts. I want everyone to smash the like button as well. I want at least 500 likes. We need to push this out as far out as possible, just like we did with the Vivid Seats. And make sure you subscribe to Eunice, Guni, and myself. And I think, I don't know how much more people need. I actually have to ask that question. I don't know how much more you want as evidence to understand what is happening.
It took Leeds to get relegated for their fans to understand what was going on. But you know what Leeds didn't have? They didn't have voices like what we have. They don't have the power of social media like what we have. We're not going to let this happen. Absolutely not, Johnny.
Yeah, I agree with that. I will also say, these owners play on social media ridiculously, relentlessly, right? But ironically, it's no coincidence that the protest at home at West Ham, call it a protest if you want. How many people were there? 15, 20 people?
Yeah.
And look how much damage it's done. It doesn't need to be like what you perceive, because once the media get hold of it, it's done.
It's done. It's a wrap.
But it's gonna be big. It will be big. Of course, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
And it's, trust me, bruv. Yeah.
You got to remember as well. Look, the capabilities that the Chelsea fan base have, right, is huge. Because when you look at the Super League protest that happened, that took place at the bridge. And albeit, there were other fans that were there. Don't get it twisted, right? There were other supporters that were there of other clubs. But the majority of people that were there were Chelsea.
That would have never happened. It would have never happened if it weren't for Chelsea.
It was at the bridge. Like that, everyone in and around that area made their way there.
We were the first we were the first ones.
We
were the first domino to because remember when Chelsea announced it? That's when everybody said, we're not joining. Again, we are not scared. This is in our DNA, people. Look, even the club back then, they knew. This is in our DNA. We are not scared to be the first to walk out of the door and take the stones. So everybody that can walk afterwards don't have to take the impact. We are not scared.
How ruthless was Roman? We can all agree he was ironclad. I mean, he just didn't flinch. He shut that down, sending Petr Cech down immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Shut it down. Even Roman, he didn't fold. He didn't buckle. What do you think these clowns are like? These lot are made out of paper mache, bruv. These lot are little fucking turtlenecks, yeah, with their billions behind them. Landon Minerals in front of them, they're pissing their pants, shitting themselves at the same time.
They wouldn't have known what to do with that, Johnny.
No, they don't. They're scared of it.
Yeah.
There was almost a protest before, if you remember. The PR was relentless. Now they got no PR to throw out because their own PR's mudding them. And what can you say with Vivid Seats? Is Bowley going to go, I'm sorry, Chelsea fans. I'm sorry to all the supporters. It's exactly as we drew it up. You know, stay on course. But I'm going to step down from Vivid Seats as director, and I'm going to take my company shares out of Vivid Seats, so we can't tout you anymore. Is he going to do that? Let's be real. You think he's going to do that?
No. What he will do is, and what billionaires do, is that they'll take it away for a minute and then they'll try and repackage it as something else later on. That's what a lot of them do. And the Super League is going to come right back around as well, but they're just not going to call it the Super League. They're going to try and call it something else. I think that's the overall dream for them, that consortium of 14 that are trying to take over the Premier League, is to bring them Super League talks back again so they can furthermore make more profits and further monopolize. That's what I think the bigger picture is for all of them. This is not just Chelsea. I'm talking Arsenal owners, Liverpool owners. That's what they come here to do, to change things, revolutionize, but not necessarily in a good way for us, but in a good way for them. Want to start seeing halftime shows. We want to start seeing flipping.
We've already got
coming out
DJs.
Ed,
DJs at half time. You got the Hollywood promotion where they took down London Derby. Funny enough, it was against West Ham, I believe. Yeah, they took down our crest and put the Argyle film advertisement. You had people brushing their teeth and reading books in the dugout. Yeah, all right. While the game's going on.
Oh yeah, it's a joke thing. It's a joke thing. If we ever
you had Chinese fucking pantomime happening from the shed and the Matthew Harding at half time. What are we gonna have? Kiss cams?
This is what I'm saying. Imagine if we ever got to like a Champions League final, bro. You're gonna have Shakira and Beyonce coming out doing the full 9 yards. We're gonna be playing it in quarters and that. Fuck all that. Just give me my Bovril and Pucker Pie. That's it.
How about we just play the Liquidator? Job done. You know what I mean,
mate? The DJ that popped up at halftime against West Ham, right?
They paid them, by the way.
Of course they did. Of course they did. But this is the thing. Did you see Newcastle?
Yeah.
What happened at Newcastle?
He had the Sam Fender fellow, wasn't it?
The guy came out of the sax, didn't he?
Yeah,
and he was starting to give out like proper Geordie Newcastle tracks like that belong to the club, right?
Yeah.
And the entire stadium were rocking with it, right? If you got a DJ on and he started playing like Blue Day, Blue Tomorrow, right? Blue is the color. Park Life, right? That's part of the culture. People would like that, no problem. But this woman, she comes out of nowhere, right? Looking like she just walked out of fabric, and she's starting to flip and put up like some techno set, and everyone's just like, "What in the blue hell is this?" Like, it's out of touch, and we were 1-0 down. What a great time to start.
Out of touch. I'm out of touch. It's more money talks.
It is.
Money talks. Dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you more.
I've got a question to ask you.
Go on.
When invaders go and conquer a land, what's the first thing that they destroy? Their history, their books. That's what they destroy first. Their history, their tradition, their books. They destroy all of that. So why? So they forget about themselves. They forget about where they come from, the next generations. They'll kill the existing generation that remember all of it, that carry all their values. But you see, what they know is we'll struggle for the short term, but the ones that come afterwards, unless they have been told and recited by the elders, they're not going to give a shit. And that's what they're relying on. They're relying for all of those values to go. That's why the season ticket holders, how they treated them the way they're treating them. It's no accident. It's they want the blood gone from the club so they can destroy and rebuild. This is what that's.
And do you know what's ironic? Everything's premeditated. We say we bleed blue, right?
Yeah.
They're saying we burn blue. They're burning blue. They're burning Chelsea down, eliminating the blue blood.
Yep.
They're telling you what they're doing.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's why it's important, people, man. We've got to maintain our traditions, all of that. And part of that tradition is success.
Yep.
But now, in football, you don't need to be successful winning trophies to generate what they want in money. And that's the problem in the game. Daniel Levy, another one, you know, an accountant, taxman, running that club with bottle job standards, bottle job mentality. He's loving the standards of the supporters' mindset at Spurs because he can get away with murder, bruv, every season. Yep. But you can't do that at Chelsea.
He's been doing it since 2001. One trophy in 24 years.
Facts. Look at Arsenal. They haven't won nothing of any relevance for how many years, bruv? They haven't been in Champions League for what, 8 years? Whatever it was. All right. top 4. They couldn't. It was a trophy. Trust the process. I mean, their standards are in the mud, yet they want to give it all to Biggin all the time.
They got
But
knocked
they
out
deserve
last night.
success.
Yeah.
No
Hey?
trophy for them. They got knocked out last night. No trophy for them again.
Yeah. Like,
And
they've
they're
got
cool.
bigger fish to fry. That's
Yeah,
why.
because they think they're going to go all the way in the league and topple Liverpool. We'll see.
Yeah. It's all PR, bruv. PR's killed the game.
It has.
And I just want to put it out there. But Ben Jacobs, was exiled, blacklisted from BBC for leaking stuff from the headquarters. All right, and he went for a whole lawsuit. He's been blacklisted from BBC, so he cannot report. In fact, I don't think he does any reporting for anyone UK based, because Talksport's owned by Rupert Murdoch, so he goes on Talksport now. All right, he goes on YouTube. He's their little industry plant to go and push their narrative. He goes on Con's Twitter Spaces, another platform. All right, but where he's come from is CBS, American platform, specifically to speak about the ownership, because no one heard about Ben Jacobs before the ownership takeover and the sanctions happened. Facts, right? So this guy has worked his way up. It's all about self gain.
Yes, bro.
It's not about the good of football, the sport, the game, your club. These lot don't give a fuck. And even ones that are in the club don't care. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Everyone's selling out. All right, sorry, I've got to run through these. Big up to Matt. He says they're taking a political angle, decimate propaganda constantly to where it completely divides everyone, then label dissidents, conspiracy theorists. Yeah. And everything's labeled as a conspiracy theory, if you noticed. That Tom Overs brought it out about BBC. Goes, oh, I'm sure it's illegal, and then goes, oh, but this conspiracy that they're using it to make money. What are we doing here?
It's buzzwords. It's intelligent because they know words like that are used to shut down conversations.
Exactly. Psychological.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Facts, Guni. Facts.
One of the oldest tricks in the book.
Yeah. Big up Yarlic Vlogs. Lovely, my seating in there, geezer. He says, big up to everyone on the pod. You have these owners rattled. Any future protests, I'm there with you guys. 100% support. Rivals unite. Respect. And United Vlogs was there at the West Ham protest, bro.
Big up
yourself. Quality.
Big up yourself, mate.
This. I would say actually, the two clubs that it most affects is United and Chelsea, and I think Chelsea are going down the route of United. And I've just found out that the Glazers have bought derelict land where they're going to rebuild the stadium. They bought that land. They'll own the freehold to their new stadium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Big up to Adam Raid. He's gifted 5 Middles FC Ultra membership. Salute to you, my geezer, and love to you, as always, supporting my channel, bruv. Big up to Petey the Ripper. He says, I was too late at the previous protest due to work. I had flares and a Clown Lake Circus banner too. I'm 10 minutes from the stadium. I'm ready, boys. Up the Chelsea. Big up to you, my geezer. And big up to RSV. It says, big up. Carefree asked his mates to apologise to Bowley when you went through a purple patch. I've seen this when my team went through purple patches under LV, Louis Van Gaal, Jose Ole. I always called out owners, and this is facts. You see, the problem with your fan base, you got too many bought platforms. Ones that are directly associated to the club.
United,
You've got the kingpin as well.
The kingpin, who I'll fucking take down, no problem when I'm ready. You've got Terry Flowers, with his bouquet of fucking bullshit and titles and clickbait. All right, not even is he United really? And then you've got Saeed's, Branson Pants, and all these lot, and their independent so-called channels. Yeah, they don't. Where's the Glazer protest, bruv? I'll ask them again, and I'll say it loud and clear. Are all you lot associated with the 1958? I've asked you, and I'm asking you again. Are you? Let's have it right. I don't think you are. So what are we doing here? We're just like anyone else, yeah? Everyone milking the club for a pound note. That's the way it is, bruv. That fan base is fucking gone. Like, it's gone. But they've got serious diehards, bruv, and they've got an elite organisation of protesting. All right. So, trust me, serious stuff there. United is as bad, if not worse. I think we're worse, personally. I think we are worse.
Look, United are worse in the sense of they've gone down this route for longer. But we're worse in the sense of who's actually running our club and where it's heading. We'll end up going deeper than United have gone because of who we're run by and how they're structured. That's the key here.
Yeah.
So this is why we need to cut it off now.
Facts. Big up Stevie G. Salutes you, General. Chelsea Heritage. He says, Johnny Eunice Guni, 50 years as supporter, banned, stabbed, locked up, and still here ready to fight and take blood again if needed. No surrender. Facts.
My general.
I know it. I know it, Steve. I know it. Bro.
General, fam. Proper. Stevie General, bruv. That's what the G stands for. You know what I mean?
Governor, bruv.
But listen, people, I actually starting to run. My missus is starting to break my balls a little bit. So I gotta, before I get myself in a bit of trouble, lads. You know what I mean? So yeah, listen.
Just cook a nice dinner, Gunny, bruv. Just cook a nice dinner, bruv. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know how it goes. Listen, people. We saying get the marigolds on, get the marigolds on, and start doing the dishes and that. Yeah, listen, Johnny Eunice, man, it's always great to have these conversations with you, man. Honestly, yeah, we were just talking the real things. Even you two, your videos, I'm still watching them. The impact that you're making, you're opening people's eyes, man. You're waking people up slowly by slowly. You can't get them all at once, but eventually we'll have enough. Yeah, let's not stop. And you two are spearheading this, so keep it up. Minerals Army as well. You guys are just as important, like I said earlier in the stream. Lots of love, lots of big ups to every single one of you. You know what I mean? We're definitely going to make this change. It's not going to be like this forever, but it's because of people like me, Johnny, Eunice, and every single one of you in the chat is why this change is going to happen. Yeah.
Facts.
So big up every single one of you. Johnny, I'm back here next week with you and Eunice. You already know, bruv. Yeah.
Love.
Go on.
Big up.
Love.
Cheers, bro.
I wanted to mention actually, Eunice, the Strasbourg Ultras.
I saw.
Put a statement out with which I wanted Gunny to be on here actually, but that's massive because they've already done one. They did a march.
They did, and they're saying that they're going to continue. That it's not stopping because the club, Mark Keller came out publicly as an appeal to them to like get them to stop. And they've gone, nah, mate. BlueCo out.
Yeah.
They want BlueCo gone. And look, at this point, I think there needs to be, because they're in the same boat as us, there needs to be some form of collaboration here.
Yeah, facts.
There has to be some sort of communication with the Strasbourg lot. Has to. And because they're serious. Let me tell you, they're serious.
We can arrange that. I'm sure we can arrange that. In fact, we'll speak behind the scenes anyway. But there's definitely, I think there could be something so epic, bruv. No one's gonna be able to prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 100%. Salute to the Strasbourg Ultras, the Ultra Boy 90s, because what they are doing is elite, bruv. And they're a tight knit firm, bruv. Big up to Stretters. He says Chelsea will be an orphan shelter when they're done. Yeah. I mean, we already are, aren't we?
We are. It's not changing. Yeah, we are. We're there.
Yeah.
We're there just without the name.
Get your lollipops. That's what they'll be doing at fucking training, you know. Get your lollipops. Get your Haribos. No shirt sponsor, but the shirt sponsor is the Blue Ticks. Yeah, that's the shirt sponsor, Blue Ticks PR. But listen, everyone, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Big up to everyone in here landing it. There hasn't been any news breaking, is there, Eunice? Is there any?
Nah, not really. Not really.
So, salute to everyone. I've got one here from Chelsea Empire. He says you can buy you can sell. Don't ever believe that that bullshit that they can't sell. Guni, I'm in Chicago. I will join you in California or London to land a protest. I've got 4 weeks of vacation reserved just to get these clowns out up the Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea Empire, bro. Listen,
mate. He's got his annual leave just sat there waiting for the time of a protest. He's like, I'm going to use that when a protest is ready.
Bruv, let me tell you, yeah, Chelsea Empire, his uncle is fucking like heritage, bruv. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's proper, bruv. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it on here.
I know.
He's fucking elite, bruv. Yeah? Come on, bruv. Don, let's go. Big up to Dan F1. He says, Land Football Therapy. He says, I hope everyone is doing really, really well today. And everyone is good. We love the ownership and what they're doing. And we trust the process. Please hit the like button, subscribe. And thank you to everyone that supports the channel. You think he's Stevie Wonder on fucking, I don't know, steroids? But yeah, big up to you, F1. Respect to everyone. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe. I'll be back very soon, as always, especially if there's any news breaking up. And Eunice, keep an eye on Eunice. I'll put in my community page Eunice's last video, which was absolutely elite. So please go and watch that because the facts landed on there. Eunice lands minerals on that. So respect to everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
it. Johnny says, Land go. Well, I can tell you that I have messaged the owner. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I've messaged the owner and I've messaged the directors, and I know they've read it. And I told them don't sign Ganacho, and please keep giving me brown envelopes so that I can keep my bloodline relationship and I can absolutely grow my platform and get 25 to 30K watchers. And it's all for Chelsea. Yeah. The fish bowl's out of the bowl now. Let's have it right. He's doing, what's that song called? To Shakira. Hey, Shakira. You know, fucking, you know what a fish looks like when it's out of the water. So big up to everyone. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I want you all to put your comments down below. And love to everyone in here. Yeah, I'm not all sunshines and rainbows, guys. I'm not all sunshines and rainbows. Well, I hope you're not, mate. I really hope you're not. So it is what it is. Yeah. Respect to everyone in here. Always land the fucking minerals. Yeah. And BlueCo out, Clear Lake out, the Free Ring Circus out.
Yep. And stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Is that happening then? You got a little.
Not yet, but stay tuned because it's coming.
Trust me, what we're going to land is going to be epic. Absolutely epic. Big up to Hayes. He says, Johnny, check the profile pic. Do you remember? Glad to see you, Eunice, and you together. Keep the minerals landing. We got our goal we get our goal in the end. Oh, big up. He's got the minerals on the back of the shirt. Come on. Number 19. Yeah. Still, do you know what, that number 19? Do you know what's funny? Won us Champions League, that did. Let's have it right. 2 stars. Come on, bruv. The minerals mount. Never
get rid of that. Never. Keep that
one.
I've still got my Chelsea jumper that I wore in 2012 when we won it. That's not going anywhere. I'm keeping that for life.
Nah, you keep that, bruv. Of course, bruv. Big up to everyone in here. No surrender. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. We'll leave you with our Don Roman. Let's have it right because that's the only thing to leave it on. And love to everyone that's supporting the channel. And we'll see you soon. Up the Chelsea, up Minerals FC. Let's go. Roman of Roundage, Roman of Roundage, Roman of Roundage, Roman